Alright guys, so we are continuing on with the main story now. So we're about to go to where Silence has told us. Why did we have to go around the world? To go back this way? I don't know. The eternal question of mini-maps. Wait, hold on. Who did I run over? It was a rat. Oh, tiny meat. Poor little rat. We didn't want to kill you. Alright, really? Little bitches. Alright, come here, Strider. You are mine. This horsey is my horsey.
I guess I can't blame you for that.
No chargers. I do not want to fight you right now. I just want to go to this area. There's a merchant back there. Because of course there is. There are merchants everywhere. Climb the escarpment. Thanks for the ride, horsey. See you later.
There are the handholds, right where you'd said they'd be. Did you get that, Silence? No? Fitting name you got there.
Silence.
All right, what now?
You wait, that's what. Take a seat at the campfire and rest. When night falls, we'll talk.
At least I'll have a fire to keep me company. How nice of you to finally drop by.
Our purpose this night is to crash the Focus network.
Yeah, tell me the part I don't know. How?
For starters, you'll need to infiltrate the Eclipse's main base.
Wait, what?
That's right. Fortunately for you, I brought you round to the back way. It's right through that crevice. Once you reach the base, you'll see the objective. A derelict tall neck that's been extensively modified. Climb the tall neck. Grafted into the top of its disc, you'll find a module of sorts. Destroy that, and the Focus network will crash.
So you were part of the Eclipse.
I've never been part of anything. I serve my own interests, always. But it is the case that I assisted the Eclipse before I sensed the threat they might become. It was a mistake that I'm doing what I can to correct.
What sort of assistance did you give them?
Head through that crevice, Aloy. You have more important things to do than ask questions.
She's irritated.
Gotta be tight. Corrupted machines. Patrolling like guards.
More like soldiers. Held in reserve for orders to come. You'll have to get past them.
It's the easy way in?
The back way. I didn't say it'd be easy.
Didn't say it'd be easy. So, some more questions that I have about this main plot now that I'm thinking about it and not doing side things is, you know, Aloy was left for a purpose. That much is clear. But the question is, you know, why was she left without someone to guide her in her purpose? And that could be for, you know, several reasons. Maybe they couldn't afford to send more than one person. Maybe there isn't anybody left alive. Anybody else? Maybe they did send somebody with her and they got separated, or they died, or they needed to see if she was strong enough before they made themselves known to her, etc., etc. So, could be a lot of different possibilities. It also depends on, you know, what is actually going on here. Because, you know, you could have a situation where the people who were being saved by the Zero Dawn, there's lots of different possibilities for how they were saved. So whether that's preserving their genetic material, whether that's actually saving them, so some kind of cryogenic freezing, or putting them on an arc of some kind, either in space, because they did have that orbital, they're at the orbital launch site, so that kind of leads you to believe that they sent something to space, be it a means of shutting down the machines or some type of vessel in which people would live. But there's also the bunkers, and we know that there were some in some of those ruins, there were people who knew that they were going to die, and they like kind of committed suicide before they ran out of air, I guess, and they allowed some of them to leave so that they could try to make it, but I'm guessing they had to wear some type of suit so that they could breathe. Actually, I'd like to see what's over there. So we're gonna climb up here again. Because you never know, it might be one of those, the last power cell I need. I'm assuming that that's gonna be in this area. I'm like, oh, we don't need to go over there. And as soon as I say that, that's the place I needed to go. So we'll try to learn from past mistakes. Just a supply.
I can't spare the weight.
Good to know. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, like, cause they launched something. They also had something behind bunkers. And then there's Aloy.
Explosions in the distance.
Pay that no mind. Doesn't concern you.
So many scrappers. Okay. Oh, look, we have a buddy.
Right on time.
Getting close now. Head for that ridge.
Pick everything.
The tall neck's just over this ridge. I'll see you. Now be ready to act fast. You need to get in and get it done before they raise an alarm.
Alrighty then. I'll try.
Here we go.
You getting this? I see the legs of a tall neck down there, but no tall neck.
Damn. The transmitter's been moved. Check down the ravine to the left. Only place it could be.
So much for your insider knowledge. Toward the explosions. Great.
You've got exactly one shot at this, Aloy, so spare the sarcasm and make it count. You see that bridge over the ravine?
Yep.
Memorize its location. There's a rappel point on the side. That'll be your way out.
And these Eclipse troopers?
Avoid them or kill them, your choice. The blasting should cover any noise you make. Find the tall neck and destroy the module on top.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're killing them. Absolutely no reason to leave assholes alive.
Aha!
Blast boulders crash left his post to eat his fill. Needless to say.
She went that way.
I see ya.
Well, all right then.
What is this place?
A distraction.
There are several data points.
So long as King Itamen languishes at Sunfall, coddled by his mother, he will never learn the true lessons of the sun. I have tried to instruct him, but the shadow of his mother's influence is upon him. I took him to the palace balcony to behold an offering of sacrifice in the ring, but he showed no thirst for it. He averted his gaze. Look to the sun, I told him. Do not shield your eyes. In all things, it is absolute. One day, it nurtures life, and the next, scorches life away. It burns the skin of champions and wretches alike. Never does the sun show pity. That is the example a Sun King must follow. The example of your father. But before my instruction could take hold, she was there, clutching him to her robes, burying his face against her breast. How is a king to rule when he cannot even see?
So who the hell are they talking about there?
Every morning, I wake to the same nightmare. The same reality. Holy Meridian, in the hands of profligates. Debased. The spire, towering above the horizon like a glittering spike through the center of my mind. Every daybreak in exile is a mark of failure, but the count of days runs thin. I will see Meridian retaken, the profligates slaughtered, a true king restored to the Mesa throne. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. My lord, the 13th king of the Karja Sundom was murdered, cut down by cowards who mistook firm rule for madness. Ever the strong are beset upon by the weak. So he said, as the traitors launched their assault, as their cannons forged by Oseram filth toppled the battlements and burst the gates. I would have fought to the end. But it was his will, the will of the sun, that I lead the prince and queen into the west, to safety. My lord did not hesitate. He saw his fate. He looked into the sun, and he did not blink. With me, he sent kestrels, nobles, sun priests, and slaves. Killing all that stood in the way, I carved a path to Sunfall. There, we joined others to gather the strength to take back our home. But our strength only faded, until the buried shadow was brought to light.
A mural of Meridian and the spire.
Never does the sun show pity. And yet, when my wife died in birthing, and in dying ended the life of my child unborn, I pitied myself. My lord sensed this, but instead of casting me down for weakness, he cast upon me a radiant beam of honor. He ordered my kin buried in the sacred caves reserved for royals and heroes. Unimaginable. Never again would I doubt that I am the chosen of the sun. Never again would pity find a place in me. Not for myself or another. When I first set eyes on the buried shadow, friend. When I first set eyes on the buried shadow, I trembled. Was I not the chosen of the sun? A blazing light of faith to shred and scatter darkness? Was it not my place to destroy this devil? But High Priest Bahavas instructed me in the prophecy, and set right my frame of mind. The murder of the true Sun King broke the cosmic cycle short of completion. The whole world cast into darkness, doomed. To resume and turn the wheel of time would require more than sun and faith. All forces must combine, all halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, night to day. Even a buried shadow wants the wheel to turn, for without a sun in the sky, there can be no shadow. When sleep refuses to come, I think of our wedding night. How you welcomed me to the marital bed. How after, when you fell asleep, I lay there watching your delicate face. For all its beauty, I detested its fragility. A rage swelled up inside me. I abhorred that bed, how its softness threatened to swallow us up. And that room, the stench of incense, the fine embroidery of the drapes, all of it weak. I slipped from the bed, threw open the casement, and lay naked on the stone floor, determined to spurn all seductions of comfort. But when I woke the next morning, you lay beside me, naked as I in the cold. Your body, stretched beside mine, seemed chiseled from stone. I saw you wake, instantly alert, like an animal ready to strike. You said nothing. You did not have to. Already you had shown me beyond doubt that we were meant to be.
All right. So it sounds like when the Mad King was dying.
This armor. There's only one man big enough to wear this. Helis. Guess this is shelter. Not exactly fancy.
What did you expect of a fanatic? His only extravagance is his brutality.
So you know.
Just enough to want to stop it.
Did it? He's a fanatic, all right. Single-minded.
It gives him a focus that you seem to lack. Now how about finding that tall neck?
It would not have been easy to drag the tall neck down his path. Why bother?
Just find it and get to the top. Destroy the module and then get out fast as you can.
Sure is a lot of blasting up there. Sounds busy.
Busy enough not to notice you, let's hope.
So,
I see it. They've built some kind of structure around it.
Climb it. The sooner this is done, the better.
I don't like that.
Alert. Irregular data flow near. Security may be compromised.
okay. So it sounds like when the Mad King knew he was going to be defeated, he had another child that he like whisked away. And so it sounds like this is an actual kid, because that was only a couple years ago, so probably a kid still. And this Helis sounds like one of those, I must be strong, I must be stronger than strong people.
I see the module.
Good. Now be quick.
This is Hades?
Aloy, this is not the time.
It's a metal devil.
Open the module's casing, now. Aloy, do as I say or all is lost.
That's not good.
Entity has come here. Entity miscalculated. Entity cannot destroy me. I am beyond its reach.
Maybe you are. But this isn't!
Destroy the entity.
Oh, joy. Oh, joy.
Keep running!
Oh, shit. Run. Yeah, we should definitely run.
Brave trail. Yeah, you think? What do you think I'm doing? Taking a nap?
What do you think I'm doing? Taking a nap? Funny.
Are you kidding me?
It's Hades' voice. It reminds me a hell of a lot of Reapers from Mass Effect.
No way.
And also, I'm not sure if that
Almost
was
there.
Hades. I mean, it definitely could be. Metal Devil was like high on my list of things that it would probably be.
Don't fight. Keep moving.
But it could also have just been taking control of that, or speaking through the Metal Devil, right? Alright. I'm not even convinced I should be messing with you, bastard. For God's sake. Let's get out of here. Wait, I can't do
Keep our grass.
Fine.
Come on.
Towards the camp.
Got it.
Clearly I didn't need to stop to kill those people.
Almost out of it.
The whole base is on high alert.
Yeah, I noticed.
Keep moving or you'll die. Watch out, more eclipse.
No kidding.
You cannot hide.
Bridge in sight.
That's the way out.
No.
Yep, that's what I thought. As soon as it panned up, I was like, yep, that's gonna, get knocked down.
Rough going, but you survived.
You knew Hades was there and you sent me to him?
I won't deny I risked your life, but it was the only way. Now, with the focus network down, we can both get what we want. Access to the secrets of Zero Dawn.
I'm past trusting you with secrets.
Good. That means you're wising up. Trust is for fools. It shifts and crumbles like sand. A poor foundation for any partnership. But mutual self-interest, now that is a solid bedrock upon which you and I might build a new science of understanding. We both need answers, Aloy. And thanks to you, we're on the verge of grasping them. Let's unfold. We'll speak again.
You miserable... Damn him. If I could toss this focus and be rid of you, Silence, I would. But we both know I need it.